Welcome back to the final minutes of the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com. We are finishing up our bash updates and our sexcapades and all these good stuff. Sierra, I'm sure, has a catch-up for us.
She's had a lot of sex this week, too.
She has.
Sure the fuck
She's been bashing, but she's been bashing with her man.
I have been bashing with my man and bashing my man. Not actually bashing, more like banging. Every night we've had sex except for once when we were both so dead fucking exhausted that we came home and we just said, we're going to bed. And I was like, I'm down with that.
Sometimes you got to do it.
Sometimes.
Right?
But man, the sex was so hot this week. We got to do we're both kind of kinky. You know, we travel the less traveled path, and we got to do, some things. I am into semi-public displays of fuck.
I did not know that.
That's awesome.
Most people don't know that I'm into that because it's semi-public. I know it's happening. My partner knows it's happening. Generally, everyone else in the room has no fucking clue.
Well,
so
I'm gonna keep a more careful eye out from now on.
Oh, no. I'd have known that this week.
No, you underestimate the sneakiness. I'm very, very sneaky, sir. Very sneaky. Very, very sneaky. So yes, we got to do some fun things this week that nobody else was privy to, which makes it even hotter. Sexy.
Well, tell us what they were.
No, because then you'll know what to look for.
I want to know one of them. Give us one. Come on.
Well, we did a little upskirt stuff because I wear skirts almost every night.
Oh, under the table?
Under the table, kind of. Sort of maybe sitting just right there in front of God and everybody, and nobody's paying any fucking attention to what's going on.
That's kind of cool.
That is
cool. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm
Lots of making out.
I'm watching closer person. Next time.
Yeah.
Nobody's usually paying attention to what's happening under the water.
Oh, this was at the pool?
No, this was not at the pool.
Was that at the table?
Maybe.
Bitch.
Yeah. She's not going to tell us.
All right, just fucking go on with your ketchup, okay?
Yeah, so we had so much sex. We so the sheet that you gave us, that you worked on for us, it works beautifully, but it gets very stiff after a while.
It's not good in the washing machine.
Yeah, it's really hard to wash it. It's great if you wash it in warm water and then you hang it up to dry so that it's nice and flat. So the first time you use it after that, it's nice and flat and beautiful. But
you got to bring it to me to put a new binding on it.
Yeah, and you can't wash it every time because it breaks down way too fast. So, you got to let it air out a little bit, but it crinkles and it gets a little more crinkly and a little more crinkly. So by the end of this week, we were like pulling and stretching to get it wide enough for me to get back on it.
We were trying to make a prototype and we used a little bit too heavy of
a plastic.
Okay.
But it works fucking beautifully. There's not a smidge or spot or stain or splash over, nothing.
You just need to buy blue disposable ones from the hospital one.
They get very expensive after a while, which is why we bought the sheet.
Don't you have to layer like 3 or 4 at a time on top of each other for you?
No, those are very, very absorbent.
Oh, okay.
They're designed to take a full adult's morning piss.
Okay.
And that's a lot of liquid.
Yeah.
About the same amount that I squirt on a regular day.
Okay.
But we had some hot sex. Just today.
Something, what did you whisper earlier? Something about twice today, pushed penis out of you twice today?
The orgasms were so intense because we were both down there at the same time in my vaginal area, so it was very hot. Very sexy and touchy and explosive with the orgasms, and I came so hard a couple of times I just pushed them right out.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
Just pops right out, and then because it pops out and it doesn't just stay out, it wants to go back in. So it pops out and lands right on top of my clitoris. And that little smack, that little pow, it's like, and that just intensifies it just a little bit more. And it's just like, it's like the fountains of fucking Bellagio going off in there. Fabulous.
It's about that wet too, right?
It was actually. Today, the sheet was so wet from last night, it didn't completely dry by this afternoon. So we had to put towels down on top of our sheet because we didn't want to get wet from the sheet before we got wet on the sheet.
Wow. So you guys need a room when we get our rooms for next year with 2 beds. So you could just alternate beds so the other one gets a chance to dry.
We
you should get your own room instead of sharing it.
We did that once where we had 2 beds in the room, and that's what we did is we would bang on that one and call for a sheet change and sleep on the other one. And then we'd alternate. Because now those are fresh, beautiful sheets. We'll sleep on those. We'll fuck on the dirty ones. It was great. I loved it. I'm sure there was, some stuff happening on the carpet too. I am absolutely positive that whoever had the next room smelled vagina for days. Days.
Did you guys notice the smell of sex when you left the room and came back?
In my room, in the room we had. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty awesome smell.
It is.
Oh, sex?
When you
my bedroom has smelled
when I
like
walk
sex
into
for
a
week.
friend's room that smells like sex, not so awesome. But when I walk back into a room that I've had sex in, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. My bedroom has smelled like sex all week.
Oh, I'll bet it has. That's good. The bash did the bash have a lot to do with that? The fact that you guys were at the bash?
The alcohol?
No, it was a combination of things.
Yeah?
It was that we were spending some really good quality time together. It was that my Aunt Flo was being very cooperative with us, so we were taking advantage of all of it. And it was the fact that he's leaving next week, and we really don't know when he's coming back. He could be gone for months this time. Not, just 6 weeks and come back. I hope he's back in 6 weeks because, I have discovered that 6 weeks is my limit without him. Like, I can handle a month, I can handle 6 weeks, but 6 weeks is the limit. After that, it's like, I need you back because it's nice that we get away and, have our own time and I get to clean my house and then he comes back and we can have all that time together, but I really miss him when he's gone.
Yeah, I bet.
A lot. And so I really look forward to him coming back. And I hope he'll be back in 6 weeks and not a day longer. Because I get very emotional when he's gone.
Well, I want to say thanks to Cali Guy for just being here for the last two events.
He has been... What'd you do to yourself? Oh, you turned her off.
You're on. What the hell are
Will
you
you
doing?
stop that? It sounds like she's masturbating a seal
I
or
was
something.
thinking horror movie myself.
I don't know, but I hate these fucking things.
I know you do.
Now it's squeaking.
Now just think though, you're now like Hannibal.
Hannibal.
You're
I got
like
a face
Hannibal.
mask.
No, it reminds me of like when they used to, like you see on TV with the Shirley Temple movies, where they used to do like the live TV, the radio shows with the soap commercials and those big mic. That's what I think I'm like, the system. What do they call, the company B? Who are them? Like this? Who are the sisters?
Laverne and Shirley.
No.
The Andrews sisters.
The Andrew sisters.
Okay.
Thank you. Like these are the mics that they would use.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I think
Old
about.
radio. These are
Yes.
old radio style mics. And a lot of people really like them because of they look like the retro.
I don't like that it covers
Mics.
my face. Okay.
Well,
We're in radio. We happen to broadcast video, but we're a radio show.
still don't like my face. I feel
once we make our own studio and we can set up the equipment, our own radio station permanently.
We're gonna have clip-on mics.
No, I like
I'm okay with the mic in front of me. I just don't like all this wire.
I want to get
Cage.
one. I want to get the headset mics with the phone.
Oh, that would be great.
The Britney Spears ones.
Yeah.
I want to get those for when we're on remotes and stuff.
Don't cry
That
for
would be
me.
great.
Very expensive.
They are.
Are you done with your ketchup, Sierra?
Yeah, I guess.
How about your
I don't really
ketchup?
have a lot. Silent Mike and I have been together, which is great. Just basking in the glory of him being back. And then when he came back, we just got busy because we did. He came right back in the middle of Fan Fest. He came to we talked about that last week.
Yeah, okay.
And then all this week, I was catching up on works because I knew I was going to be missing Friday. And he's been a doll. He's been having such fun and taking pictures of all these beautiful ladies. I know that he loves that.
Yeah.
And he did get sidetracked tech-wise. He talked the ear off the guy from the Mountain View Photography when we went to the clothing, the vendor fair, because I wandered around looking at everything, and he got stuck at the photo booth just checking out their stuff and talking tech with the guy. And so, but we've been having a good time and just so excited.
You didn't have no sex this week?
Not really. We cuddled a lot. I love the cuddling.
Me too.
And when he rubs me, I did tell him, as great as the massage was from it was the very first professional massage I've ever had. And as good as it was, and I found some tender points on my body, Like the right side of my back is really tender when he was massaging that area, my shoulders and stuff. And
Do you know why the right side is tender?
No.
It's your gallbladder.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting to know.
That is
You
interesting.
probably have pain in your right shoulder and your lower right leg too.
No, not that I know of. Just when he massaged
right here.
right on the
that's
side of the
right there.
spine.
Yeah.
That's affected by your gallbladder. I know.
Oh, wow.
All of my right shoulder pain, about 95% of it, and all the pain I was having in my right foot are gone now that I've had my surgery.
That's interesting.
I don't have any right shoulder pain yet.
Give
So.
it some time.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, I've been really good though. So and I've adjusted my diet, and I'm really doing really well with it. And I even have pizza. I just know how to order it.
Right.
So, although I wasn't going to pay an extra $4 for vegan cheese.
Right.
When a slice of pizza is only 14 grams of fat anyway, just cut back on the cheese. So we've been having a really good time. I'm just so excited about what's coming up for us and what we're getting together Wednesday. We're doing a bunch of stuff. We're going to be getting all professional. I love it. Getting all professional. And then tell us about our guest again for next week.
Okay, we have two ladies that are local here in Vegas. Really funny ladies. It's going to be a great time.
They're friends as well.
They're friends as well. Andrea, who spent some time with us at the Bash this weekend, was celibate for 21 years. And let me tell you, she ain't celibate no more. So she's got some good Bash stories to
now,
tell.
21 years ago, how old was she?
You know what? I'm not sure when the period of 21 years was. She's about my age now, I think.
Okay. Well, we're going to ask her because I want to find out what made her decide to go celibate.
Exactly.
And
Michelle, we met her at the club and said that SinCityBounty changed her life.
Good.
That we have awakened her into the BBW world.
Our mission is accomplished. We can complete the
she
show.
Was
Our
actually
last
did some
episode will be
volunteer
tomorrow.
work at FanFest as one of the security
That's
people.
right, she did.
So she's always at the Red Label and Plush, and so she has just kind of jumped herself into the BBW community, and I love that. I love that we changed somebody's life.
Yeah.
So these girls are funny, you guys. I mean,
they're
a riot. So we are going to have some great stories in here.
Yeah.
And it's going to be just 3 hours of laughs.
So I'm going to tell you one story that I heard at the Bash. So I'm talking to this lady. We're walking away from the vendor fair together, and she says to me, she's there with her husband, and they're working. So they're not they're bashing, but they don't partake of the partying too much and stuff. They're doing a lot of working. And so she says, we were sitting in our room. It's like 3:30 in the morning, and we were doing what all married couples do at 3:30 in the morning. We were eating a pastrami sandwich. And we hear from next door, fuck me, Daddy, fuck me harder. That's right, Daddy.
Oh yeah, that's the best, Daddy.
That's the best, Daddy. And then, everything stops dead, and then 2 seconds after that, the door slams.
The hotel room door.
The hotel room door slams. And they're like, whoa, what the hell happened? They have no idea. So they go to bed. They don't even think about it. But at 8:30 in the morning, they're woken with, that's it, Daddy, right there, Daddy. Fuck me, Daddy. That's the best I've ever had, Daddy. Then everything stops. And then 2 seconds later, the door slams. She runs to the hotel door to look out the peephole to see if she could see who it is. And she missed it. But
I want to know if the room belonged to the man or the woman. I want to know who's running out.
Right. She wanted to know who Daddy was. She could care less who the lady was.
She wanted to know who
Daddy was. They wanted to know who Daddy was.
I want to know whose room it was.
I can tell you which room it was, but I can't tell you who was in it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's funny.
Great story.
Talk about
absolutely hilarious.
Hit it and go.
Hit it and go.
Well, the husband said, the husband made a comment, because I heard the story too from the couple, because they asked us, they had seen us coming and going from a hotel room not far away from theirs, which is actually could have been easily mistaken for the hotel room from which the sounds were coming from. And so they asked us, what room are you staying at the hotel? They're trying to be very, subtle about it. And we're like, oh, we're not staying here at the hotel. And she goes, oh, okay. And she goes, well, as long as you don't, call him Daddy when you're having sex. And we just kind of looked at each other and we're like, well, it still wasn't us, but and her husband says at the end of that, she says he said the her husband, he said he wouldn't say shit with a mouthful of it. He doesn't hardly ever say anything queer. And then after the second time it happened, the door slammed shut. He's like half asleep, and he pipes up and he says, well, damn, he didn't even get a chance to wipe his dick off before he left. I was like, whoa! He got dribble dick all the way out the fucking door.
That's
so
why
funny.
I'm wondering who the room belonged to.
Yeah.
Right.
Dribble dick.
That's great.
Funny. Yeah, the bash is, the bash is what you make it.
It is. I was just
want to
gonna say
let
that.
people know that the bash isn't all, sport fucking. It happens to be part of my bash, but seriously, I don't want people to get the wrong impression because the bash is so good. There's groups of people that go and they don't have sex. That's not their mission. Their mission is to meet people, go to the seminars, have a great vacation in Vegas with parties and pool parties.
Buy lots of clothes.
So I want people to know that.
The last 3 years I've worked during the bash, and I am not next year. I'm taking my week vacation during the bash.
Yeah.
Because I don't get to do the day stuff or, the group trips and stuff like that because I'm working. So
Right.
I hang out by the pool during the day.
Well, we're going to make it happen 10 days next year.
Hells to the yeah.
Fuck me. Oh,
It'll happen.
I'll say that next year.
We're going to have a little sock on the doorknob or something.
If you share a room.
Well,
we'll be sharing a living room.
Right.
I suppose it wouldn't be so bad to walk in while you're in your bedroom.
You should still have your own door to your own
We
bedroom.
do.
Yeah.
I'll fuck in my own room, thank you.
Just close the door, that's all.
Exactly.
Because you can lock it from your side. So.
Like they're going to walk into my room.
Well, if you don't mind watching, they probably would.
I don't care if you want.
Because I like to watch.
I
will. I've been known to put up a chair there. And this is Alexia.
This is Sweet Cheeks.
And Sierra. Wishing you all a good night. And remember,
fuck often. The Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City Radio Show is brought to you by VegasAllNetRadio.com, the final frontier of free speech. Get your own damn show. By BBW FanFest 2013, July 26th, 27th, and 28th in fabulous Las Vegas. Visit bbwfanfest.com. By Curve Media Inc. Look good in your photographs. And by bbwgirltweet.com. Follow all your favorite BBW porn stars on Twitter.
Hi, this is Corey.